Hello, everyone. I am ready. Hey, everybody. I am here and I am ready. Oh, I'm doing the singing thing again. I wonder if Trey's going to get on today. Hey, everybody. Today is Career Musings Day. Hey there, Reverend. How are you? Good to have you on. All right. I am ready to give some tips on today for Career Musings. Hey, Jonah. Hey, thank y'all so much for joining. Today is, or no, I shouldn't say today. This month has been National Update Your Resume Month. Didn't think there was such a thing, but when I became a resume writer, it actually is every September. Because if you think about it, you want to get it done in September. So once the holidays start rolling around, you don't have time to really think about it. And when opportunities open up again, well, a lot of companies are thinking about bringing on new people or even inventing new jobs. You want to be ready, in January with your resume. So what better time than to do it now? Because a lot of times when you're looking for a job, they slow down in the months of November and December because people are really holiday minded. They're not thinking about bringing on anybody new. A lot of times they'll wait until the first quarter. So this is National Resume Update Your Resume Month, and I've been giving you all great tips all month long. Okay, it is 5:45. It is time to go. So all month long, I have been putting out different tips. If you have not seen them, please go to my Facebook page. For those of you who are first time on this video, I am Nicolette Barrett, career development strategist, expert resume writer, interview prep coach, as well as LinkedIn branding strategist. And I am here talking to you guys every Thursday at 5:45 Central Standard Time, giving great tips on how to elevate your career. This month just happens to be National Update Your Resume Month. And as I said earlier, it will be a wonderful time for you to get your resume ready today or this month so you don't have to worrying about it over the holidays, because like companies, they're not really thinking about hiring people in November or December, but they do look at hire people again in January after all of the holiday hoopla is gone. So it's the best time to look at your resume, dust it off, and see what you need to do to update it. So one of the things that I am going to talk about today is basically how to get a recruiter to really look at your resume and read it. Not just look at it, but read it. Because a lot of times they only have a few seconds to really review your resume. And I know you've heard of probably the 6-second rule or the 8-second rule or 30-second rule. Because if you think about it, a recruiter's job is to sort through a lot of data, and that data in your resume. So if it's not popping to get their attention to read it, it will unfortunately be tossed to the side and then eventually make it to the trash can. And I don't want that for you guys. I really want you all to really look at your resume and try to figure out, what can I do? And these tips will help you. And I'm hopeful that you're implementing all the tips that I've been giving all month long to really elevate your resume. Then if it's too much for you to do and you really want an expert to really get in there and really make sure your resume is elevated beyond a typical resume, that's when someone like myself will come in and partner with you, consult with you to make sure your resume really highlights your career, your skills, your abilities, your talents, and really draw the attention for an actual recruiter to look at it. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips to help you elevate your resume so that a recruiter will say, yeah, I'm going to put this into the read pile and the call pile and make sure I get to that person. Okay, the first thing, your summary. Now, you all have probably heard me talk about the objective is dead. If you're still using an objective on your resume, that's 280s and maybe early 90s. We just don't do that. We understand that the objective is to get a job. So that's an automatic assumption. We know that. That's why you have a resume. That's why you're submitting it. So if you have that, that's the number one thing to do, is remove that from your resume and instead replace it with a summary. Now, people are like, well, why do you put a summary on a resume? What does that have to do with anything? It entices the reader to want to read more. Just like if you think about a book. A book will actually have like an introduction or summary about the book to get your intrigue, your attention, so that you can continue to flip the pages. A book, you can't, and usually you don't open up a book and go straight to the story. You really go into the introduction, a teaser, a highlight of why they wrote the book or what have you, to get you interested to want to go further into the actual book. Same thing with your resume. Making sure you have a summary that gives an overview, a high-level overview on what the reader is to expect in your resume. So you're basically giving them a teaser, say, okay, I do this, I have been able to do this, and these are my skills, or what have you, in a summarized fashion. And once you capture their attention with the summary, you've intrigued them. And then that 2 or 3 seconds is not wasted. They want to go ahead and read more. So make sure your summary replaces the objective and that it gives a great highlight of your skill, high level highlight of your skills, abilities, and talents, and then they'll want to read more. Okay, another thing, number 2. I talked about this week about quantitative results. I said got numbers. So if you saw that out there earlier this week, it's all about the metrics and the results. Almost a lot of companies and hold you to some kind of metrics and results. You may not always see them. You may be behind the scenes on them, but there are results. And there are some jobs that's all you're measured on, is the actual numbers of what your results are. So if you have any type of metrics, any type of numbers, measurements, percentages, dollar amounts, or what have you in your job, in your role, then you want to make sure you're bringing those out, because it's not enough to tell me that you know how to do it. That's great. However, what they really want to know is the results of you actually doing it. So the results would be, I increased membership by 50% because I did X, Y, and Z. So that tells me, yes, I have the ability to increase membership, and this is by how much, and this is how I did it. So it will pique the person's attention to go beyond. So you're almost making your resume almost like a mini interview. That's really what it is. And that's what you want to do. If you just put down that you increased membership, that really doesn't tell me much. That doesn't tell the actual recruiter much either. You need to be able to quantify what you do and how you do it. So quantitative results in a resume speaks to the actual recruiter and speaks to the hiring manager beyond saying that you just do it. We will hope that you could do it, but give us some actual tangible numbers. Now, if you have here's number 3, qualitative. Now, what if you're in a role that you really don't have results from a perspective of a number? All jobs are looking for you to do great customer service. They're looking for you to be a great team player, that you're very detail oriented, and that you may be able to organize very well. Give examples of what you do. Don't just say, I am detail oriented. Well, I can say that too. Or I am organized. Yeah, I can say that too. But how? What have you organized? What in your detail capability have you helped the company see the value in it and move further? So go further than just saying that you do it. It's almost like you got to show me the proof. The proof has to be in the pudding. So don't just tell me that you do it. Tell me how. What was the result of you being a great team player? I'm a great team player. I'm always substituting and stepping in when we're behind in workload. I'm a great team player because I go and fill in at least, and this, you can almost put a number to this, 3 times a month because someone is out. So you're telling them what you do. I am known in my company for saying this to all the customers, and therefore I am recognized for having excellent customer service because I say X, Y, and Z every time I'm done with a call. So tell the recruiter what you do and how you do it. So that's a great qualitative way of showing that you not only say that you can do it, but these are the ways that you have done it. So go beyond that, okay? My last tip, number 4, have an eye-popping format. Yes, because you want to differentiate yourself from everybody else. When I say eye-popping, it doesn't have to be all crazy or what have you. It all depends on the industry as well, but you can't put a little pop of color or a pop of different type of heading or something to actually draw the attention to say, okay, this is not looking like the rest of them, so yeah, I want to take a look at that. And so you'll draw. I mean, we're visual people. Most people are visual. So if you have something that you can do to tweak it just to grab the attention, you can even take the first letter of your name, make it larger, and make it in a color, your favorite color. My favorite color is green. I like all variations of green. So you could probably do something like that, something subtle, and just put it out there so it can draw the attention of the recruiter to look at your actual resume. So those are 4 great tips that I will highly recommend that you think about when you're developing your resume for National Update Your Resume Month, all September. Think about that. Look at your resume and say, okay, well, am I still using an objective on my resume? If you are, get rid of it. Summary, what should I put in my summary? Think high level things to introduce them to what's actually in the resume. Quantitative results. Man, I'm going to have to dig back into some of my documents and pull out some of that information. Yeah, it's worth it. They want to know what was the result. Pull out those quantitative numbers. Then if you have qualitative results in addition to qualitative, that's great. But if your job is only qualitative, tell me how you did it. Tell the recruiter how you did it, because then you can go further than just saying you've done it. Okay, so I really hope those tips helps you guys. I've really enjoyed all month long bringing you wonderful tips on how to update your resume. Again, I did it Monday through Friday because, again, by being a career development strategist, most people, I do it only during the work week. So go out and look at my page and look at the different tips that I put out. Again, I'm on Facebook. You can go to my business page, I Rock Resumes. I am on Instagram and I'm on Twitter. And as well, I'm always asking you guys, if you're not on LinkedIn, get on LinkedIn and connect with me on LinkedIn. Career professionals need to be on LinkedIn. So I'm really pushing you guys to get out there and get connected and see a total different type of social media. A social media for professionals trying to improve themselves holistically in this career world. And just an announcement, I will be next week at the National Resume Writers Conference 20th year anniversary in Chicago in Lombard, Illinois. I've been selected to be the speaker in a workshop presenting on LinkedIn branding 101 to my peers. So I'm very excited about that. So I will be on location next week, and I don't think I have a session around 5:45. So if I do, I'll make sure I'll let you guys know what time I will do my show. And I will be doing it on location in the wonderful Westin Hotel in Lombard, Illinois, my hometown, because before I relocated to Chicago, I lived in Lombard, Illinois before, and then West Dundee, Illinois. So I am looking forward to seeing some of my friends there as well. And I love to connect with you guys there. It's all next week. I'll be there from Tuesday through Saturday. So please connect with me, because I love to talk to you guys and see you all while I am there. And as always, if you have questions, if you have different topics that you would like me to cover during the show, please put them in the box or inbox me. I've had several people inbox me of different topics on what they would like me to talk about. Put it in there, and I will bring that information to you guys in a very concise manner, and that it will help you propel your career. Again, this is Nicolette Barrett, Career Musings, signing off. I've enjoyed you guys. Have a great evening. Bye.